This will be fine. Our ranger is the MVP. Let's be real. All of these other guys are just here to tank so the rangers can kill them. We replenished all the losses. Let's go. Ooh. Face Stealer's mask. Interesting. Oh, is that just a loop? Okay. So now we need to get down here if we want to take care of those armies. And this guy is just gonna stay here for the time being. Oh, speaking of which, can we like call to arm? Okay, no. I thought these were per general for a moment, but they are not. They're global. Speaking of global, I need to go dehydrate globally. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, let's go. Back to where it once started. Once? All? Where it all started. Yep. Okay. Wait, all the markers are gone? Don't do me like that, game. Don't drop her face in my face, or her picture in my face. Go see Ilka's in the Temple of Desna. What do you mean location is not available? And, oh, okay. No! Stop! Ow! Okay, we can go there. But I don't understand why location is not available. Just go there. You just went through it! The location is obviously available. Game, that's frustrating. Okay, Cammy, what kind of shenanigans are you up to? And I'm just gonna put this out there. If you're gonna try to get the idea to sacrifice me, we're gonna have some issues, alright? Just putting that out there.
I would like some time to collect myself.
Lady Camellia, welcome home. We've been expecting you. Have you now? Cammy? Camille looks at the servant for a few moments, bemused. You have been expecting me? Yeah, that was my reaction too. Indeed, my lady. Lord Worm ordered that you be sent to him as soon as you arrived. Something is not right, chat. The commander is permitted to follow you, but I must ask your other companions to wait here. Excuse me, are you the Lich Queen Lady of Death commander in charge of these lands? Or am I? I think I decide who comes with my party. And I don't think you have anything to say to that, you know? Talk to the fireball. Cammy, what's going on? How curious. Horgus is here and waiting for me. But how did he know? Forgive me for being unable to answer your question, my lady, but these were the precise instructions I received from Lord Graham this morning. Cammy, do you know this man? I have never set my eyes on him before. I took up my position here relatively recently. I was hired specifically to serve Lord Gwyrm at his mansion in Knobres. That would be a very convenient excuse, servant, if that's your real name. But Lord Gwyrm is currently in Dresden. Or last time I checked anyway. Why can't my companions come in too? Okay, this is bullish. Please, my friend, let's acquiesce to Horgus' requests. I don't wish to make a scene before I fully understand what's going on. I have no trouble making a scene, lady. I see you managed to fully repair the mansion after the demonic invasion. Indeed, we have. Fortunately, the mansion was almost unharmed. Many items survived the attack, and Lord Gwyrm was able to find comparable replacements for those that didn't. Okay, so where should we look for this Horgus man? Somewhere upstairs. Apparently, Cammy will have no trouble finding him. Cammy strokes her chin pensively. I was not expecting this. I thought the mansion would be empty, picked to the bones by marauders, if it were standing at all. But seeing it fully restored and inhabited. Cammy narrows her eyes at you. Well, it would be extremely impolite to keep our host waiting, wouldn't it, my friend? Let's go and have a chat with Daddy Dearest. Oh no! I know what's gonna happen, chat. Do you remember in Alucinura, in the Den of 10,000 Delights? She went there to kill someone who would take the shape of what she desired the most. And that shape was her father, Horgus, who is calling up upstairs, who has been expecting us. And in Alucinura, she was first shocked by it being her father, or the thing taking the shape of her father. But then she enjoyed it more than anything. So or the spirit enjoyed it more than anything. So either the spirit has done something to her father. Yeah, it has to be the spirit, right? Because obviously the father is here expecting her, and I guess he's about to sacrifice himself to her? Or he's been taken under control by the spirit. Inhabited by the spirit? Consumed? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Something is afoot here. Skellington, please come with me. This way. Is there any loot here? You know, just asking for a friend real quick.
Wherever my legs carry me.
I think we've looted this place already once. Okay, so where's the upstairs? Here. Oh wait, can we go in here? Oh, you are exhausted. That's fine, I don't expect you to help here. Let's get some blessings going and some buffage. To the basement? Have we been to the basement? Wait, hold.
Quick,
Hold!
else we miss all the fun.
You are now undead. Thank you.
No, backwards.
Oh, loot. Hello. That's right. I had a hunch that we weren't able to get down here last time. As the saying goes, every family has a skeleton in the closet. In my case, all skeletons are hidden in the cellar. Okay. Unable to identify boots. Damn. Okay. Are there technically actually skeletons in here? Oh, what is this? Okay, all skeletons are hidden here. This place holds special significance to me, because this is where I killed those thugs who tried to rob Hargus's mansion. They were caught by the guards, and I sacrificed them to Mireia. This is where they are buried. So, just how many skeletons are buried in the cellar? I mean, asking for a lich friend? Oh, not as many as you may have assumed. Just the two, not counting the Varisian. Failed perception check. Excuse you? Oh my gosh! A natural one? Really? I find it hard to believe that Torg is allowed to kill people just like that. I think he had no choice. He could not cure me of the spirit's influence, no matter how hard he tried. Nor could he hand me over to the authorities for Cmdrs, because then should have certainly declared myself to be his illegitimate daughter and revealed all his secrets to the world. That would have stained the glorious name of Forgus Gwern, and my papa values even more than his own life. Okay? I suppose he could have killed me and buried me right here in the cellar. I have no idea why he didn't do it while I was a little girl and he could overpower me. Nevertheless, I can assure you that all my victims buried here were hardened criminals and thugs. No one shed a tear when they returned from the Gwern mansion that night. Okay. When they never returned. See some manacles there. Okay. Nice touch. Nice touch.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Okay, let's go upstairs. No. We have not been behind this door before. Now we have all the pick lock abilities.
No secrets can escape my prying gaze.
Welcome to my room, my friend. With an inscrutable smile, Camilla looks around. I was about to apologize for the mess, but it appears the servants were ordered to clean this room. Well, do you have anything to say about the place where I spent my formative years? There are bars on the windows. They were always there. I moved into this room immediately after my mother died, and this is where I stayed, leaving it only on rare occasion. I suppose my darling papa was afraid that I would slip out without him knowing. Foolish man. If I'd ever really wanted to escape, no bars on the windows could have held me. It's big for a child. I never thought about it. This bed was mine from the very beginning, as well as the countless dresses in the closet, the bouquets of flowers on the windowsill, and the sumptuous meals the servants used to bring me for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and any time I wanted in between. I suppose the servants must have been whispering about me in the dark corners, trying to understand why the strange girl was living here in the lap of luxury, although I never cared much about their gossip. Besides, Forgus changed servants as often as he changed his gloves, so none of the staff were ever here for very long. Okay, there's so many books in here. I've always loved reading. Okay, have to look in lock on the door. Only Forgus himself and the mansion head guards had a key to this lock. Even the servants had to call one of them to open the door so they could bring in my lunch. Sometimes I was allowed to leave the room, to take a stroll in the garden, or to attend a fencing class with a specially hired teacher. Sometimes Horgus even took me out into the city when there were festivities or if a trade caravan had arrived from far away. But every time he did it, he made me promise that I would keep within 10 paces of him at all times. A promise? Pah! As if that could ever stop me. You live like a bird in a cage. I killed that one, but still a cage. That's true, but his cage suited me perfectly. Freedom is always romanticized in books and songs. Artists love to glorify it, but most of them live in penury. They are beautiful ideas, to be sure, and I would happily read about them after yet another delicious dinner, ensconced in my soft, warm bed. Alright, let's keep going. So, do you mind if I loot your closet? Secret, is secret? Oh, hello. Scroll cure light wounds, okay. Unable to identify amulet. Okay, so we have a boot and a new amulet here that we haven't identified. To remember to check them out when we get to the town. Is this Horgus's bedroom?
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Yeah, okay. Ah, this is his library with books strewn around. Interesting.
This way.
We're sure to find Horgus in his secret study. Camilla licks her parched lips. Before we enter, I should like to ask you one question, if you don't mind. You know our family's history better than anyone else in the world. Tell me, what do you think of Horgus as a father? Yikes. Wow, you're a terrible daughter. Nah. He's not the best, but not the worst. I'm sure he tried his best. No, I think he did well. So that's what you think. Camilla's gaze wanders the room, never resting on anything in particular. Why are you asking? No special reason. Camilla turns her distracted gaze on you. I just wanted to know your opinion on my father before we met him face to face. What is going on? Skellington, please follow. Well, hello, father. Horgus raises his head and stares vacantly at his daughter for several moments. Then he nods and drains the goblet before him in a single huge gulp. You can smell the sour reek of stale alcohol in the air. Hello, Camilla. So you finally come, and you even dragged the commander along. I suspected that you wouldn't come here alone. You know, I've been wondering when you would finally show your face here. Haven't I always taught you that it's extremely impolite to be late for an appointment? Camilla wrinkles her nose in disgust. Papa, you stink! I believe you will forgive me this weakness under the circumstances, and if you don't, you can always leave. I won't stop you. The door is right there. Horgus chuckles bitterly and refills his goblet. You were expecting us? It was not you I was expecting, although I thought you might put in an appearance. No, I was waiting for Camilla. Some time ago, I received a letter from my beloved daughter in which she invited me to meet her here at my mansion in Cmdr. I came as quickly as I could. I have been here for several days now, waiting for my dearest daughter to arrive. Cammy, why did you face lie me? You told me you had no idea about this, but you definitely invited him here with the purpose of murderizing him. Horgus frowns at you, examining your face. Don't tell me you knew nothing about this meeting. Could it be that my sweet girl has you wrapped around her little finger, that she tricked you into coming here to watch the spectacle unfold? The little minx. He gesticulates wildly, spilling half the contents of his goblet on the floor. What did you do after I left for the abyss? I left Dresden as soon as the Queen took hold of the reins of the government. Of course, I highly respect our dear Galfrey, but it was you I had followed into the crusade, not her. For whatever reason, I do not believe our Queen will succeed in her attempts to defeat the wound. So I moved to Nerosian, while my mansion in Cmdr was still under renovation. But none of that matters anymore, does it? Cammy, what's going on? Actually, I came here to talk to the spirits. Didn't expect to meet you here. Surprised, were you? As for me, I knew the moment I received her letter why she wanted to meet with me. She wants to talk to the spirits, does she? How can You have spent so much time with my talented daughter without realizing that whenever Camilla wishes to talk to a spirit, it always involves murder? No, I'm fully aware of this, Horgus. I'm just playing along. Because you're a dead man walking. I had no idea what kind of spirit she has in that bone trinket, but why would I want so much blood? Horgus takes a gulp from his goblet and immediately refills it again. You do know that Camilla killed 5 people while she was living under your roof, don't you? First her mentor. Under this roof. First her mentor, an old Varisian woman. Then 4 more. Well, they were thugs, bandits and murderers. They had it coming, to tell the truth. They broke into the mansion seeking to rob us. That's Cmdr for you. A border city with all kinds of riffraff lurking about. My gods caught them, tied them up and tossed them into the cellar. They never reported the break-in to the authorities. Why bother? Those thugs would have been executed anyway. Halron always made short shrift of such rabble. But the things Camilla did to them down in the cellar, I never saw it myself. I only heard it. And then later, when I buried the corpses, I felt relieved that I was not in their place. Cammy remained silent. Only the sound of her labored breathing indicates that she's still here. Why did you condone her inclinations? Why did you protect her? Horgus straightens his back proudly. Camilla is the daughter of Horgus Gwern. A true daughter, my blood. Though I may have concealed that fact from society. Yes, she's special, unusual, very sensitive to the world around her. Whose fault is it that that damned spirit drove her insane? I know nothing about spirits. I've never talked to them myself, but Camilla, she's naturally gifted. She understands them. She says, we have a chance to learn how to close the world wound, once and for all. This end justifies all means, doesn't it, Commander? What's a father to do? Horgus sighs heavily, his shoulders slumps, as if weighed down by a burden he's been carrying for many years. The bloodline of Horgus Gwern cannot be broken, and I have no other heirs. Cammy, we know what's going on, but can you spill it out for us? Cammy remains silent. You can't see her face, but you can hear her breathing, shallow and fast. Her shoulders are rising and falling jerkily, and her right hand is trembling. Cammy, explain. Camilla jolts slightly and turns to you. Her eyes seem to look right through you. Her lips are parted, and her rasping breath reminds you of an animal's growl. Her right hand is clutching a thin stiletto that seems to have come out of nowhere. Isn't it obvious? Horgus stands up heavily from the table and approaches his daughter, stumbling a little. She's finally come to take my life. I've been waiting for this moment since the day it all began. I knew it would come. Of course, I'd hoped that Camilla would placate her spirit somehow, or perhaps the commander would close the world wound and put an end to all these sacrifices, but it's too late for that now. I'm ready to die. My whole life is a lie. It doesn't even feel like mine, but someone else's. I did everything I could to ensure the name of Horgus Gwern would go down in history and his bloodline live on. I have had to lie and cover up crimes along the way. Well, the time has come to pay the piper, and if my death helps you uncover the secrets of closing the world wound, well, it's not the worst way to go. He takes a gulp. But before you do what you came here to do, Camilla, Let me reveal my final secret to you. Camilla's voice sounds alien and unfamiliar. It is hoarse and low, like a gravel crunching underfoot. Talk. Your mother, Iris, genuinely loved you, Camilla, but after she saw how you killed that pup in the garden, she started to worry about you. It was she who insisted on the doctors and the psychics, and the exorcists. They all examined you, but nothing helped. You kept on killing animals, the neighboring cat, stray dogs. You told us stories about the spirit who whispered in your ear. Iris didn't believe you really had a special ability to communicate with the spirits. She didn't think you were gifted, but I did. As if a daughter of Horgus Gwen could be no more than a lunatic. Several years passed like that, several very grueling years. For Iris more than myself. And then one night, I entered your room and saw Iris leaning over your bed with a pillow in her hands. I pushed her away from you. It was dark. Iris stumbled and she hit her head on the corner of a cabinet. I buried her in the garden, planted a flower bed of camellias over her grave. I thanked the gods that you remembered nothing of that horrible night. Now you know everything, Camellia. Your entire family, you're murders! Did you kill Camilla's mother? It was an accident. Okay. Forgive me, Camilla. Forgive me for keeping you locked away. Forgive me for never acknowledging you as my daughter. Forgive me for depriving you of your mother and never being able to replace her. Now, I have said everything. I'm ready. You killed my mother? And you decided to tell me that now? Why? Why burden your soul? To show me that how you protected me back then? Maybe you're hoping I'll hesitate before I stab you in your disgusting heart. Or you're trying to make me weep for my mother, you, the innocent victim? Well, I don't give a damn about her. The bitch wanted me dead and she failed. Good riddance, I say. I don't give a damn about you either, Horgus Worm. I don't care about your bloodline or about any excuses you could come up with. Do you really think I couldn't have escaped your mansion if I'd wanted to? You never acknowledged me as your daughter. It was no skin off my nose. You wanted to marry a noblewoman to continue the Worm line. Well, that was your own affair. You provided for me and didn't try to stop me communicating with the spirits. I never wanted anything more from you. But now, I don't need you anymore. I have the commander who will protect me and hide me from justice if it comes to it. As for you, you are just garbage left over from my former life, and it's time to dispose of you. Oh, Jesus Lord. Kill both? Nah. I feel like we need to stay away from the evil options for a little bit. We are so close to drifting into neutral evil instead of chaotic. Actually, hold on just a gosh darn minute. We are a lich. We have given up our desire for worldly goods, right? We have given up our desire for pleasures, carnal or otherwise. There is nothing left for us to be chaotic about, right? Maybe it's actually appropriate that we shift to neutral evil. Yeah, I think so. And it kind of lines up with us shifting that way